Have you ever wondered why you get stuck in a situation and you can't move out of it? You ever considered that perhaps it's because you have a fixed mindset about something? My name is Tanya Mather, and I am a Master Wellness Coach with the International Association of Wellness Professionals. And I'm so excited to be here with you today to talk about the subject that it's close to my heart and I absolutely adore, because we can make such shifts in our lives when we realize how we can, by shifting our mindset, we can get out of stuck situations, because really it's habitual patterns of the way we think, the way we do things that not necessarily come from something that they're a learned behavior. They might have come from our society, our parents, and the way we have a certain concept about things. So I like to give you an example of business. For me, business was a nasty word. It was a four-letter word. It wasn't a nice word. It was like, oh, I don't want to get into business. I'm not good with numbers. All of these things that are surrounded by it. I don't come from a family where we've had businesses. All of these ideas that I've had. And when I realized that business is something that you personalize it, what does business mean to me? What is it to me? And my business is helping others find wellness, sharing my passion, sharing my knowledge, being with you just here today is my business. Another one of was that I had a huge shift was with success. What is success? What does it mean? Because there's so many ideas out there of what success means. But I think when we look back and we say, okay, what does success mean to me? When I redefined success, I didn't have that painful, oh, success, and it kind of like makes you shiver, because, oh, success, there may be fear of failure, but there may be fear of really being successful. And we look at those little ideas and things that really can shape our experience of all of these words. So what happens when maybe, how do we change this? We first have to become aware, okay? And when we become aware of the way our thinking is, we say, oh, this is the way I think about it. How is a different way? How can we really look at it in a different way? So I think awareness is probably the first place where, because if we're not aware of it, then we'll continue doing it in the subconscious mind. We'll just carry on because this is the way it works. When we start having an awareness about it, that's when we can start changing that. Then we have to start changing those thought patterns. And Carolyn Dweck wrote a very interesting book about mindset, about the difference between having a positive mindset or a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. So if you've got a fixed mindset, it means this is the way we do things. This is the way I've always done it. And everything is scary. Anything that's change is going to be scary. Whereas if you have a growth mindset, what this means is you look at situations that are challenging, that are a little bit difficult, and you look at it and you say, how can I do this differently? How can I experience? Just the other day, I was having a conversation with my teenage daughter, and she was saying, I get so irritated with everybody. They're so frustrated, because she's very bright, and, she gets frustrated with them. And I said, well, why don't you look back at yourself and see how you experience it, how you can change your experience without putting it outwards. Change it around a little bit. Have a growth mindset. How can you grow when you're being put into a situation? Because you're going to come into places in your life where you're going to be challenged. And, things are easy when they're still at school, but how can you learn from this situation? Because you're being challenged. Okay, this is the way I'm thinking. This is the way I'm acting or reacting to a certain situation. So how can I do it differently? And this is something that really is very helpful. I personally, when I started my wellness business, getting into wellness coaching as a professional wellness coach, one of my really limited thoughts about myself, and they were limiting me, was my limited belief about business, about me being able to get into business. And I contracted a business coach. And I know, because I've done the wellness coaching, so I know how to handle situations as far as wellness, diet, mindset, all of these things. But in business, I was seriously lacking. So I contracted a coach. And I know it's a fast track. So I really had all of these limiting beliefs that were able to help me move into a very successful business. So what is it that you are thinking right now that you perhaps might have a limited belief about? Maybe you can think about one or two things in your life And what are you going to be able to do to change that? And I think one of the best things in my experience is to find support. Support is something that is really helpful, but it's not just going to a friend and saying, hey, can you help me about this? I've got a limiting belief, because somebody might not even realize. At the IAWP, we are trained to listen to every single word that you say, find out exactly what is it that where are you being stuck? And the beauty of it is that we work with what's called a 360 wheel, the wellness wheel, because everything is interrelated. So sometimes maybe we have an eating issue, something around food, but it might not be because the food might just be a result of something that is underlying that's not right, but you don't know it. You just say, oh, I've got an issue with food, there's an anxiety, but something else might be going on in your life. And a qualified, well-trained wellness coach will be able to help you, and it's really a fast-track solution. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a wonderful way. So if you'd like to, you can contact in the link below. There is our organization where we have a huge amount of fantastic wellness coaches. So it's called Coach Connect. And also, if you'd like to contact me, I am a wellness coach and I specialize primarily in stress management. And it's really interesting because when you look at stress, just everything around stress and how you can cope with stress, and by having a different mindset about stress really helps you cope much and manage and develop resilience. Especially, I think that's what it is to develop resilience. So it's been an absolute joy and an absolute pleasure. Please engage, make any kind of comment if you've enjoyed the video, and please share it with anybody who you think that they might benefit from this. So thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.